We can go across to Ashwin Mohan as news trickle in on SEBI's plea to the Supreme Court. Ashwin, what do you have for us on this?
This is possibly the single biggest blow to Subroto Roy and the entire Sahara Group, because this long pending tussle between the market regulator and the Sahara Group relating to refund of investor monies has now taken a really ugly twist, because SEBI, of course, has thrown a bombshell at the Supreme Court today. What they have done is that they have moved the Supreme Court, seeking permission from the Supreme Court for the arrest and the detention in a civil prison of Subroto Roy. Not only Subroto Roy, who is the promoter of the Sahara Group, but also two other male directors of the Sahara Group, Ashok Choudhary and Ravi Dubey. ET now is in exclusive possession of the petition that has just been filed minutes back. A few more details from the petition. The petition, of course, also asks permission from the Supreme Court that the passport of Subroto Roy should also be deposited with the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court should pass an order saying that Mr. Roy cannot leave the country without their permission. So these are huge developments happening as we speak at the Supreme Court. That's not all. It's bad news not only for Subroto Roy and his promoters, but also bad news for Sahara, because remember, there was always a tussle between both the companies as to whether or not the investors concerned were genuine or not. What SEBI has done on that front is that they have also again additionally sought permission from the Supreme Court to take the help of several investigative agencies and sit down with them and find out whether or not the details or the data and the investors that have been submitted by Sahara are genuine or not. But of course, the big headline right now is that SEBI has moved the Supreme Court seeking permission for arrest and detention in the civil prison of Subroto Roy and the Sahara promoters. This case will come up for hearing in April, and let's wait and watch to see how the Apex Court responds to this latest salvo by SEBI.
Right, Ashwin, there are pretty serious developments happening now. What is the recourse Sahara Group now has, now that SEBI has moved to Supreme Court against such serious issues such as confiscating of passports, etc.?
Well, Ajay, this has been a legal roller coaster of sorts, because remember, just a few weeks back, you had a SEBI order which sought attachment of the bank balances and the personal assets and properties of Subroto Roy. Subroto Roy has moved the Securities Appellate Tribunal in that regard. That case, of course, is pending. But then SEBI wastes no time and goes ahead and does this at the Supreme Court. Of course, what will be very crucial right now is what kind of defense the entire Sahara Group comes up with. The case is not going to immediately come up for hearing. It's just been filed today. So therefore, between now and sometime in early April, Sahara has enough time to come up with a legal defense. What they will do, of course, is that they will respond to this particular application by SEBI with a written petition at the Supreme Court, and then the Supreme Court will hear both the petitions together and come up with a decision. But as of now, at least, it's going to be sleepless times ahead, because this is potentially a decision or a move that a regulator has not taken in any other case, asking for a civil detention and arrest of a promoter of a company. I don't think that's really happened in the recent history, and this is something unprecedented that has been done by SEBI. And of course, this tussle between Sahara Group and SEBI has just got murkier.